After the age of 60, the body begins to have silent changes that many people do not notice. One day when we wake up, we find ourselves walking slower, having difficulty getting up from a chair, and things that used to be easy now become difficult. Most people think that this is a natural part of aging, but there is an important part of that story that we often forget: sleep. Have you ever wondered why, despite eating well and exercising regularly, your health still does not improve as expected? The answer sometimes lies not in what you do during the day, but in what happens at night. During deep sleep, our bodies perform a miraculous job, repairing and regenerating muscles. Yet, sleep is often overlooked or traded for staying up late, watching TV, worrying endlessly, on the channel Elderly, Live and Be Full. We always want to accompany the elderly on their journey to live healthy and fully, not with far-fetched slogans, but with gentle, familiar, and applicable understandings every day. Today's video will take you back to the simplest thing: getting enough sleep and sleeping properly. But it can make a huge difference to your health, especially your muscles. Let's take a few minutes to find out together. Why is sleep the forgotten key? How to sleep better every night, and help your body truly recover and be healthy every day for an old age that is not only prolonged, but also full of vitality. 1. Why do muscles decline faster after the age of 60? When we were young, we rarely thought about our muscles. Everything was easy: climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, carrying a basket of vegetables from the market, or walking around the park. But then, as time passed, after the age of 60, we began to notice small but obvious changes. Suddenly one day, our steps were no longer as decisive as before. Standing up required a support. A poor night's sleep made our whole body feel sluggish the next morning, and things that used to be very simple now seemed like challenges. What's happening? Muscles, the silent strength of the body. Muscles are not just the meat under the skin. They are the engines that help us move, stand up straight, support our bodies, and perform all activities in our daily lives. Although they seem quiet, muscles are the silent heroes, constantly working to keep us active, independent, and dignified. However, starting at age 30, muscles begin to decline silently. And after age 60, this process becomes more obvious and stronger if we do not take proper care. Why do muscles decline faster after age 60? This is a natural process, but it does not mean that it cannot be intervened. Hormone decline. Age causes the body to produce less hormones that help maintain muscles, such as testosterone in men, estrogen in women, and growth hormone GH. When these coordinators are lacking, muscles begin to shrink, weaken, and gradually lose their endurance. Lack of exercise. Older people often limit their movements due to pain, fear of falling, or simply out of habit. But few people know that sitting for long periods of time or lying down a lot is the cause of muscle loss. The body is very smart. If you don't use your muscles, they will disintegrate to save energy. Lack of protein in the diet. Many older people eat less, eat a nutritionally imbalanced diet, or avoid protein for fear of illness. But protein is an important ingredient for building muscle. Without enough protein, muscles cannot recover and grow. Interrupted sleep. The body recovers and regenerates muscles at night. But old age is often accompanied by insomnia, restless sleep, and waking up easily in the middle of the night. That doesn't give the body enough time to repair and renew muscles. The consequences of not caring for muscles. Muscle loss is not just weakness. It's the loss of the ability to take care of yourself. It's an increased risk of falls and fractures. It's every hospital stay that makes recovery more difficult. And sometimes it's the shrinking of the world. When you're afraid to move around, go out less, have less social contact, and then you feel lonely and sad. But we can still do something. Muscles can be protected, restored, and rebuilt. Even after 60, science has proven muscles don't age in the way we think. Even people in their 70s and 80s, if they start exercising properly, eat well, and sleep deeply, muscles can still recover and increase their strength significantly. This journey doesn't require heavy weights, a gym, or expensive equipment. Just simple things. A steady walk every day, a protein-rich meal from healthy foods, a deep, uninterrupted sleep, and a positive spirit, loving yourself. A message from Elderly Channel. Live and be full. We understand that taking care of your health after the age of 60 is not a race, but a slow, steady, and loving journey. Every video, every word we share carries hope that you, your uncle, will not only live long, but also live healthy, happy, and live fully every day. And today, when we understand why muscles decline rapidly after the age of 60, it is also the time for us to give ourselves a new opportunity. To start over, take better care of ourselves, and live every moment to the fullest. Stay tuned to Elderly. Live and be full. We will guide you through how to eat healthy, supplement protein appropriately, gentle exercises to keep muscles flexible, secrets to improve sleep and overall health. If you find this article useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share with your loved ones, and like to spread the love. Because living healthy is a gift, and we deserve to receive that gift fully every day. 2. Sleep, the silent key to muscle recovery after 60. Throughout our lives, there is one thing we do every day, without effort or reminder, and that is sleep. But at a certain age, something that seems simple becomes a luxury. Difficulty falling asleep, not sleeping deeply, waking up frequently in the middle of the night, and feeling tired the next morning. For many elderly people, insomnia has become an unwanted companion. However, few people know that sleep, which is considered passive, is the stage when the body recovers and regenerates most strongly, especially for muscles. Muscles recover when we sleep, not when we exercise. When we exercise, muscles are stretched, muscle fibers are slightly torn. That is normal. But to rebuild stronger, more powerful muscles, the body needs time. And that time is not during exercise, but during sleep. During deep sleep, especially the non-REM stage, slow sleep, the body secretes growth hormone, a valuable hormone that helps regenerate tissue, rebuild muscles, and enhance immune function. For the elderly, having such deep sleep stages is extremely necessary, because this is when the body has the opportunity to recover after a day of activity, fighting disease and natural decline of age. Why does sleep become more difficult after the age of 60? It is no coincidence that the elderly often complain about sleep. There are many reasons for the decline in sleep quality, such as natural biological changes. The internal biological clock, circadian rhythm, changes with age, causing the elderly to often fall asleep earlier and wake up earlier. Melatonin deficiency. This is a hormone that helps regulate sleep. After age 60, the body secretes less melatonin, reducing the ability to fall asleep and maintain deep sleep. Anxiety, stress, loneliness, psychological changes, loss, or living alone also greatly affect the ability to sleep well. Joint pain, nocturia, chronic illness. Physical symptoms that make it difficult for older people to maintain a full night's sleep. Sleep well to maintain muscles, a completely possible thing. We cannot stop time, but we can absolutely take care of sleep to restore and protect muscles. Here are some simple, gentle ways to support natural sleep. Create a fixed sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, including weekends, will help regulate biological rhythms. Light exercise during the day. A walk in the early morning or cool afternoon is not only good for the heart, but also improves the quality of sleep at night. Limit blue light at night. Light from phones, TVs or computers can reduce melatonin production. Turn off devices at least 1 hour before going to bed. Eat right. Avoid eating too late or too full. A glass of warm milk, a few slices of banana, or a bowl of light soup can help you relax before bed. Do not abuse sleeping pills. Sleeping pills should only be used when prescribed by a doctor, because they can negatively affect the quality of deep sleep, the most important stage of muscle recovery. Sleep and protein, the golden duo in muscle building. When you combine a diet with enough protein and quality sleep, your body has enough materials and conditions to recover. That is, when your muscles are nourished, your muscle fibers are restored, and you wake up feeling healthier and more energetic. A good night's sleep, a healthy day. Sleep is not just a time for the body to rest. It is a precious time to heal and rebuild what has been worn out during the day. For the elderly, a deep sleep not only helps the mind to be clear, but also directly contributes to maintaining muscles, reducing pain, improving mobility, and preventing falls. So, do not take sleep lightly. Prioritize it like you prioritize a full meal or a light exercise session every day. A good night's sleep is a gift for the body and is also the first step for your muscles to recover and become stronger every day. 3. Sleep, the natural medicine we often forget. Many people think that just eating well and exercising regularly is enough to restore and maintain muscles. But they forget that sleep is when the body begins to heal, regenerate, and nourish each muscle bundle silently but powerfully. While we sleep deeply, the body releases growth hormone, an important factor that helps rebuild tired muscle tissue after a day of exercise. This is the stage when muscle cells are repaired and renewed. If sleep is interrupted or too short, too light, too anxious, the recovery process also slows down. Do you notice that on days when you lack sleep, your body is weaker, walking is more tiring, and even standing up and sitting down is difficult? That's not just fatigue. It's a signal that your muscles are protesting. Why is sleep more important as we age? After the age of 60, the body enters a natural phase that experts call sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle mass. This process happens silently, but has a profound impact on overall health. Difficulty walking, loss of balance, easy falls, and a marked decrease in quality of life. And as we age, sleep becomes more difficult. Intermittent sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, and not sleeping deeply, make muscle recovery after exercise or light exercise less effective. Therefore, getting enough sleep and sleeping well is not only for a refreshed spirit, but also for the body to be properly nourished. Sleep becomes the most invisible but powerful nutrient. 4. How to improve sleep, help muscles recover better. Sometimes, just a very small change in daily habits is enough to help sleep become deeper, lighter. And from there, the body also recovers better. Keep the biological rhythm stable. Try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Even on holidays, our body has an internal biological clock. And if we treat it in a stable way, it will support us a lot to fall asleep easily and wake up gently. In the evening, we should reduce the light. Limit the use of phones and TV after 8 p.m. When the light is dim, the body will start to secrete melatonin, a hormone that helps us fall asleep naturally. Choose foods that support sleep and muscles. A cup of warm milk before bed can help you relax more. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps produce serotonin and melatonin, supporting deep sleep. In addition, foods such as ripe bananas, oats, walnuts, etc. are also very good for sleep. Dinner should not be too full, and avoid coffee, strong tea, fried foods, or spicy foods, because these things make the digestive system work a lot, thereby making sleep intermittent and not deep. Light exercise every day, especially walking. You may have never thought that. Walking regularly during the day is the bridge leading us to a good night's sleep. When the body is gently exercised, blood circulates, the mind relaxes, stress is released. Sleep will be natural and deeper. However, do not exercise too close to bedtime. Let the body have at least 2 to 3 hours of rest after exercise, before going to bed. Turn the bedroom into an ideal resort. The bedroom space also greatly affects the quality of sleep. Keep the room cool, clean, with comfortable bedding and soft lighting. Avoid letting the TV, phone, or noise disturb the place that should be reserved for rest. You can play some light meditation music. Listen to the sounds of nature. The sound of rain, the sound of ocean waves, or the sound of a babbling brook, to help calm the mind and fall into deep sleep easily. A good night's sleep not only brings a refreshing spirit, but is also a golden stepping stone for muscles to recover and become stronger every day. 5. Harmful effects of chronic sleep deprivation in the elderly. Sleep for the elderly is not only a rest, but also a natural healing therapy that the body needs every day. However, when sleep becomes shorter and more intermittent, that seemingly small thing can silently cause major consequences for health. Sleep deprivation causes muscles to weaken faster. Muscles are restored and regenerated mainly during deep sleep. When we lack sleep, the production of growth hormone is significantly reduced. This is a hormone that plays an important role in repairing cells and restoring muscle tissue. If this condition persists, the elderly will find themselves weaker, move slower, and get tired easily even with daily activities such as walking, climbing stairs, or carrying a small bag. Increased risk of falls and osteoporosis. Lack of sleep affects the coordination between the brain and muscle groups. When the mind is not alert, reflexes slow down, and the ability to maintain balance is also reduced. That makes the elderly susceptible to stumbling and falling, accidents that seem small but can have very serious consequences at this age. In addition, lack of sleep also affects the absorption of calcium and vitamin D, two essential factors for strong bones. Over time, osteoporosis can progress without any obvious signs until it is too late. Memory loss and mental fatigue. Sleep is when the brain rearranges the memories of the day, removes accumulated toxins, and renews energy for the next day. When lacking sleep, the elderly are prone to confusion, forgetfulness, and feel sad and irritable. Some people also feel like they are no longer clear-headed, gradually losing their agility, or even falling into a state of anxiety and depression. This not only affects mental health, but also affects the quality of life. Weakened immune system, more susceptible to disease. Sleep is the time when the immune system produces defense cells against viruses and bacteria. When lacking sleep, the body is susceptible to colds, infections, and even chronic diseases such as high blood pressure and diabetes tend to be more severe. In the elderly, who already have a weaker immune system, sleep is a soft but strong shield that helps the body fight disease naturally, losing the feeling of excitement for life every day. We can forget this. A good night's sleep is not only for physical recovery, but also the start of a happy day. When getting enough sleep, the elderly feel alert, love life, want to move, want to communicate, want to cook, take care of plants, exercise, go for a walk. But when lacking sleep, all excitement seems to disappear. Feeling lazy, tired, and not interested in anything can make the elderly withdraw, have little communication, and easily fall into a state of loneliness and emptiness. Therefore, sleep is not a supplement, but a deep foundation for a healthy, happy, and meaningful life after the age of 60. Taking care of sleep is also taking care of old age in a gentle and sustainable way. Every night, every morning. 6. Foods and nutrition for good sleep. Strong muscles. As we age, we begin to realize more clearly the importance of each sleep and each meal. A good night's sleep not only refreshes the spirit, but is also a precious time for the body to recover. especially the muscles, where the strength, mobility, and freedom of the elderly are stored. Interestingly, what we eat during the day can deeply affect the way we sleep at night and the ability to recover muscles. Below are food groups and nutritional combinations that help the elderly sleep better and maintain muscle strength in a natural, gentle, and safe way. Tryptophan, the key to deep sleep. Tryptophan is an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter that brings a feeling of relaxation and peace. Serotonin is then converted into melatonin, a hormone that controls the sleep cycle. Foods rich in tryptophan. Warm milk. A small glass before bed is a great choice. Eggs, especially the yolk. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. Soybeans and bean products such as tofu, soy milk. A light dinner with boiled eggs, warm milk, or stewed bean soup will bring a pleasant feeling, helping the elderly easily fall asleep without the need for medication. Magnesium, the mineral of relaxation. Magnesium helps muscles relax and calms the central nervous system, thereby reducing anxiety and making it easier to fall asleep. It also supports protein synthesis and energy for muscle cells. Foods rich in magnesium. Ripe bananas, easy to digest, good for digestion, and rich in magnesium. Spinach, kale. Nuts such as almonds, walnuts. Oatmeal, an ideal evening snack. A banana and walnut smoothie, or a bowl of oatmeal with sliced almonds will be a delicious and nutritious dinner. Easy to sleep and restore muscles. High-quality protein, the foundation for muscle building. The body after 60 needs more protein to maintain and restore muscles. But you don't need to eat a lot of meat to be healthy. The important thing is to choose a protein source that is easy to digest, low in fat, and comes with vitamins and minerals. Good protein sources for the elderly. Salmon mackerel, rich in omega-3, helps fight inflammation and protects the cardiovascular system. Chicken breast, lean pork. Beans, peas, tofu. Greek yogurt, good for digestion and rich in protein. Splitting protein into meals throughout the day. For example, eggs in the morning, lean meat at lunch, yogurt in the evening, will help the body absorb better and not put pressure on digestion. Vitamin D and calcium, sleep and bone strength. Vitamin D deficiency not only reduces calcium absorption, but can also affect sleep, causing circadian rhythm disorders. Elderly people should combine nutrition and sunlight to optimize natural vitamin D production. Foods rich in vitamin D and calcium. Milk and dairy products. Fatty fish such as sardines, salmon. Egg yolks. Mushrooms. A little light exercise in the early morning sun, along with a glass of milk in the morning or an afternoon snack, can help sleep deeper at night and the body recover better. Avoid foods that negatively affect sleep. Certain foods or eating habits can silently disrupt sleep, causing older people to toss and turn, wake up in the middle of the night, or feel tired the next morning. Should limit caffeine after 2 p.m., strong tea, coffee. Greasy, spicy foods at night. Eating too much right before bed. Instead, choose light, easy-to-digest foods. Your body will thank you. Summary: nutrition and sleep. A healing circle. When you take care of your sleep by choosing the right foods, you help your body recover. When your muscles are strong, you move better. When you exercise regularly, you eat better, sleep more deeply. And just like that, life after 60 is more complete. Not because of old age, but because of gentle choices every day. Summary: eat right to sleep well to recover muscles. Dear ladies and gentlemen, there are simple things that are often forgotten in the daily rhythm of life, such as a light meal before going to bed, a glass of warm milk, a ripe banana, or simply choosing foods that are more suitable for your age. Those things, seemingly small, are the key to deep sleep and the foundation for muscles after the age of 60 to recover naturally and healthily. Today's video with the theme Food and Nutrition for Good Sleep, Healthy Muscles, is not just a list of dishes, but a gentle reminder that we can completely take the initiative to take care of our bodies, every meal, every sleep, so that every morning when we wake up is a day full of vitality and joy. If you find this content useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the Elderly channel. Live and Be Full, where we learn together how to live healthy, happy, and live fully every day after the age of 60. Because old age is not the end, but the beginning of a peaceful and loving journey.